Have you ever wondered what it's like to travel the vast wilderness of the north? Explore deep, mysterious forests and lakes. Hunt and cook your own food.
Got one. Oh, net. Oh.
Experience the most breathtaking views and miserable weather. Far away from civilization, around the wildest creatures. Well, you're about to find out. It's 7 a.m. We arrived at our camp spot yesterday night and woke up in this beautiful place. Our camp spot is right next to a small forest lake, and right now I'm just walking around a bit and exploring the area. We are surrounded by a mystical forest with this beautiful green, soft moss. This is a boreal forest, which is a very special land biome covering 8 countries on Earth. It is known to be the home of thousands of species of living organisms that thrive within the boreal stance. Next to the van, we even have our own jetty, which gives us this stunning view over the whole lake. It's just perfect here, and Copito seems to love it too. I'm just gonna wash my face and hair real quick. Dip the towel in the lake. Oh, it's really refreshing. It's quite cold actually. Quick and easy morning routine. We just packed some snacks and are now on an exploration hike around our tiny forest lake. Full with blueberries. Lobito. After a while, we stumbled upon this spot, where we enjoyed some of our snacks before continuing to explore this green wonderland. This forest is just amazing. So green. If you're walking, you can barely even hear yourself walking because it's so soft and squishy. Also, when you're talking, it's almost like sucking my voice up. It's really like gone the moment I spoke the words. It just started to rain a bit, but that doesn't matter. My challenge for the next few hours will be trying to catch a fish. This spot right here actually looks pretty good. It's quite deep and it has a lot of trees, branches and stuff in the water. So really good hiding spots for the fish. Hopefully we can get one. My challenge sadly wasn't too successful yet. We couldn't manage to catch a fish. It looks so good everywhere, but the fish just don't want to bite at the moment, so I think we're gonna try it later. Now go back to the van, play a bit with Copito, we'll see. And just like that, the first day was already coming to an end. We spent the last few hours of warm sunlight at camp, making a small fire, sitting at the lake, planning the next part of our trip, and writing all our favorite moments down. Good morning. I put my rod up overnight. Let's see if we got something. Unfortunately, I had to find out that my hook was empty, the bait gone, and no fish at the end of the line. But of course, I was not about to give up, so I re-rigged my rod and placed the bait in the perfect spot. Now, it's just a waiting game. And then it happened. Woo! Yes. I was already thinking about taking the rod in, but then I suddenly got this huge perch. This is gonna taste really good. Today was the day. We decided to leave this beautiful spot behind and move on, further north, into the wild and unknown wilderness. On our way up north, we found ourselves a pretty beautiful pit stop location, I'd say, close to the water, but it took us quite a while to find this location actually. That's why we are probably gonna go to bed a bit early tonight and get up early tomorrow morning, because we've got a pretty long way to go tomorrow. After a few stops to shake out our legs or roll around in the grass, we finally made it to our next destination. We just found a really cool spot for the next few days. There's the van, and there's a really beautiful forest lake. There was a huge forest fire around, so there are parts of the forest that really look burned, but it gives it a really cool look. I'm just on my way to get some water for pasta. Food ASMR session with Cupito. Warte. Jetzt geschafft. We are just on the way to get one of the rowing boats into the water so that we can explore the lake a little. Wow, this sunset is sick. We couldn't explore too much of the lake because it was already getting dark pretty fast. But we will continue tomorrow. Early in the morning, for sure. But the sunset still looks really beautiful. Copito!
Ciao!
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 Did you miss us? Ha! Ui, ui, ui. It's 6 a.m. and we are on our mission to catch fish. Let's go! Got one first cast. Ui! Oh, off. It almost flew in the boat because I was pulling so hard. I was pretty surprised that we already got a fish first cast. But sometimes it's not a good sign if you get one in the first cast. Got one. Cute little perch. We have the goal of doing one big fish meal with all the perch we caught on our trip. But we still need a few more perch to make a whole meal, since the ones we caught until now weren't the biggest. I now found a pretty good spot. I'm almost getting a perch every cast. It's close to like a big rock. Got one. And this one feels maybe a bit better. After a very successful morning and a pretty full net with lots of beautiful perch, I returned back to camp. In the afternoon, it was finally time to explore some of the small islands of the lake. Copito sadly had to stay in the van because he's never been on a rowing boat, and we didn't know if he could behave good enough for us not to capsize. We made it to our first small island. We're gonna fish a bit, eat some snacks. We will see. Well, I still went back to get Copito after only a few minutes. Don't do stupid things. Let's go. Come on. I can't really row like that. You have to go a bit further back. Come. That's perfect, Copito. That's perfect. He loves the water, and we couldn't live with the thought of him being all alone in the van for so long. Yeah. Got one. Yes. Oh, it's not a bad one, actually. Oh! It's a big one, I think. It's a big perch. Oh! Net. Oh! It's a big one. It's my PB. Oh, wow. It's a really big one. It's in the net. Let's go. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Nice perch. Only a few minutes later, Leah followed up with a big one too. So we are definitely ready for our long-awaited fish dinner. I brought this trail cam and now we are just walking around a bit in the forest looking for a good spot to hang it up. And we're hoping to capture some animals strolling around at night. As you see, we found a spot. We saw a lot of trails going along this way. And yeah, we hope there are some animals coming through tonight, and we'll see. You can really feel that there are a lot of animals around, and Copito can smell them very well. It's finally time for dinner, so let the preparations for the feast begin. This is gonna be so good. Wow. It looks amazing. Really, really, really good. Right, Copito? You would like some as well, right? This is the best thing I've ever eaten.
So good.
The sound of rain. That's what we woke up to today. It's the first day with bad weather on our trip. We decided to let time pass while making some delicious chocolate pancakes for breakfast. He's thinking about it. Should I? Should I? No. Despite the bad weather, we still had the urge to go outside
Yeah, let's go.
on a little fishing session.
Woo!
Unfortunately, without much success. But the hopes were high when we decided to go and check our trail camera. Sadly, nothing. Just us. It was time to look for a new promising location. This is gonna be our new spot. Just a few hours later, our camera detected movement behind the trees. And shortly after, this big boar walked right in front of the camera. So, our wildlife mission was a success after all. It's cleanup day. Not my favorite, but it has to be done once in a while. I have come to realize that I really like it out here. Well, I already knew that being out in nature and going on adventures is my passion. But I like it that much that I'm playing with the thought of maybe living like this someday in the future. Being out here far away from any big city gives you a feeling you can't really describe. It just feels right. It feels like home. After a very cold but refreshing shower, we decided to have dinner out on the boat. It's our last evening, and we have to make the most of it. In the early morning dust, we set off. Sad to leave this paradise, but excited for what's to come.